Much I love you guys. I'm having a video even though there's no heat in my she shed. If you see that it's my fingers are moving really slow or I'm trying to warm up, that's what it is. I have a hat on, a jacket, and we're going to get through this. And it's going to be fun. And why now? Well, hello, my name's Kimberly Smith. I'm the Papered Chef, and I never stop crafting. But why now? It's because it's the end of the month, and it is time for the last card tutorial for the Card on Blue Card Club. So each month I have a card club. This month we featured Christmas labels. It was really fun. I have loads of cards to show you from Christmas labels. We're going to be using the Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper tonight. So I have other projects to show you with this paper. So, some show and tell at the end. I'm also going to show you next month's cards we make in my card club. So if you want to join my card club, go to the link in the description here of this video and go to my offerings and you can join my card club. If you want to get any of the products I'm sharing right now, like, this one is going to maybe retire. It's in this mini catalog for the holidays. So, get it while you can. I'm not sure if it's staying, but, a lot of times things retire. And I'm going to find out the list next month. All right, so, yay. Let's just do this. We're going to take a blending brush. We're going to take these little die cut shapes, and you always get the die cut shapes in your kits. So in this case, I'm just going to use Pool Party because it's really nice light color. I'm going to dip my stamping block into the ink to put some Pool Party onto the stamping block like so and rub my brush in it. Now my brush is pretty clean because I just washed it because, my niece was crafting with me over Thanksgiving and she was like mixing all the colors together and it was fun for her, but then I had to go in and wash it. All you do is use warm water and dish detergent, and you can wash your brushes. So this one is from the Countryside Corners, I believe. I have die cutting fairies who help me. And that's what they die cut this from, I believe. It's like maybe one of the smaller ones. That's a really cool bundle. It has like this really giant stamp, and then it has like a bunch of interlocking or like the smaller, small to large interlocking. It's not really interlocking, but you know what I mean. They have like a set of dies like this shape. So anyway, that's what you're going to do to your die. And you're putting a little Pool Party around the edge. I'm going to go ahead and finish up the second one because, and if I have other ones, I have a whole bag of these because I'm using these in next month's card club too. So anyway, we're just like ink up both edges because we're going to go ahead and die cut two of them. So always take your first blob from your die cut, and you're just gonna, blob it onto your mat or like a piece of paper or something, because if not, if you dip your brush straight into your ink, or if you don't get rid of your first blob, it'll be like hard to like ink up the edges like nice and light. All right, so I'm gonna put something behind these so you can really see how nice they look, right? And then you can also see if it's even. All right, I'm just taking out a piece of paper so you can see this. See, so that's what inking up does. And yeah, it looks pretty even to me. So good. And now we're gonna close the Pool Party. And you could use like soft seafoam or something greenish, but I just used that one. It has a little blue tone. Now we're going to take the Garden Green and we're going to open that up and we're going to stamp the Love and Joy for our sentiment. And then we shall design our card. So let's see. We have a sticky note here. And we're going to get a bigger stamping block. And we're going to get out the Love and Joy. Now, of course, this is so versatile. You can use Winter Wishes. I mean, you could use pretty much any of these. Like, they'll pretty much all fit on there, I think. Almost all of these will fit on there. All right, so Love and Joy works really nice, though. Nicely. All right, we're going to tap, tap, tap. And then you're going to make sure it's inked up real good. And then never stamp straight onto your die cut shape because you always want to make sure you get a good stamped image on your sticky note first or your test first because, you just got done die cutting. You just got done inking up the edges. You want to make sure you have a good inked up stamp. And then I'm just going to give it a push and hold it for a few seconds. And then pull it off. Oh, yes. That came out nice. We'll do that again on this one. I would sing, but I have a little bit of a sore throat. So we're just going to... You know, I love to sing. I love to sing when my stamps come out this nice, so pretend I'm singing. You could sing for me. Sing at home when we get a good stamped image. Very fun. All right, so that's good. Now we're done that part. And we're going to close this one. This one, it needs a little bit of wax paper in there to get it to close easier. All right, so we're done with that. Now, for this part, I just washed those off. Let's put them in my little basket. And I bring those inside my house and wash them off. The next technique we're going to do is something really fun. Now, I'm going to use, well, you could use either a piece of sandpaper, like in your Card on Blue Card Club kit. All the kits are carefully curated. You were given a piece that was already, you're already given these die cut shapes, and you were given a piece that was already embossed for you. Okay, so these little shapes. So let's go, we'll write that down. Well, I'll just keep one out so I can see what size I gave you. Okay, so we're going to put that there. Now, you can either use a little buffer like this, or you can use a piece of sandpaper like I gave you in your kit. So everybody, Mike has been cut these for you. We gave you sandpaper, and you know, different grits, but it really doesn't matter. Now, why can you sand this and not, like, say, my other, I need to explain something here to you. I made these, well, I got ribbon everywhere, don't I? I also made these with garden green cardstock, right? But, you know, these are all just cards that I made with garden green cardstock. So why could I do this? Why is this going to work right now, what I'm showing you on the cardstock I'm showing you, versus why can't you just do it with this garden green? So this is garden green and this is garden green. The difference is, the fundamental difference is this. The garden green I sent you is called two-tone cardstock. So look at the one side, look at the other side. It's two-tone. Not only is it two-tone, where the rest of our cardstock is dyed all the way through. In other words, you're going to see the same color cardstock on a regular cardstock all the way through. So not only is this two-tone, but this is a white inner core. Okay, so fundamentally, it's a white inner core, meaning you can sand off the edges. So this is the look we're going for using sandpaper. So you're going to take your buffer or your piece of sandpaper, and you're just going to get to the white inner core by sanding off the color of your paper. And I have my dark side facing up. Okay, so use your sandpaper or use this. Hi, Susan Earhart. Nice to see you. She said she loves die cutting fairies. I know you have some yourself, so some of your die cutting fairies are some of my die cutting fairies. It's very important that when you get overwhelmed, or you start to get overwhelmed, I should say, you ask for help. And that's why I have such a great team. I've become like friends with my team members, and I have a couple of different kinds of teams. I have like a business builders team, and I have my hobby demonstrator, like team of Stampin' Up! Demonstrators that are called the Paper Chefs. And I just love them, you know, so made friends with them. So ask for help. So that's how I got help from my die cutting fairies. I'm going to do one that's not as pronounced, you know, like that. Okay, just to kind of show you. And I also want to show you the other side, if I do it to the other side, which has like a smaller weave. So one side has like a smaller weave pattern. So you can decide, it's your two-tone cardstock, which side you're going to use. Now, both sides will coordinate. Now, it's very important, especially those of you that are like me right now and having like seasonal sneezing around here. You want to get all this dust up. So this is a lot of, I just can't stop doing this. Can you see why? Can you see how much fun this is? And it's why I can't stop doing it. But you want to get the dust up, and I'm going to get a baby wipe and just get that dust up and show you how much of the color came off of this. All right, so those pieces, we'll measure them in a minute, and I'll write down the card measurements. But let's go ahead and get a baby wipe and clean up this mess. So we have dust everywhere. Dust in the wind, can't help it. Even though I have no voice, I'm still going to sing. Cannot help myself. All we are is dust in the wind. So look how much stuff is coming up. You know, this is all from the little two-tone cardstock. Now, you don't have to wash the cardstock itself. It's just, you know, it'll come, like, you don't want to put this wet stuff on the cardstock. Just let it dry. All right, good to go. And now we can do the other pieces we need. So, seasonal green and gold. I'm obsessed. I often get obsessed with designer series paper. You've seen me do it. And this one is particularly nice. So we can either use like this piece with the bells, but we'll probably use the gingham side of that one. Or we could, you know, we can use, there's another piece that has sort of these like little sprigs and twigs. So I'm going to see if I can find it. If not, we'll get it out of the other. I have a couple of packs of this, so hopefully I don't have to open a brand new pack. But anything will do that has some color in it. I'm just kind of pulling out, seeing what I have already cut. Okay, this one has, I want one without the bells. I'm thinking, this is, what's nice about this paper is it has both foil on one side, right? And it has like very vanilla and white. So there's lots of cool colors in this. Here's a piece. Oh, that still has the bells. I don't know what's on the other side of that one. I will see if I have it. Oh, here's some. Nope, that one is messed up too. But I can see what the other side is. Okay, it's the side with stripes. Oh, you know what? Maybe even this one would be nice as it is too. There, it looks like I have a piece. All right, without having to go, because I don't want to have to like open a whole new pack. When I say new pack, it's like a giant specialty pack. Let's see if I have one to show you. I mean, it's a 12 by 12. So, yeah, here we go. So I didn't want to have to open a brand new package, but I would have. So look at that, guys. Is that awesome or what? This is 12 by 12 specialty paper. So anyway, I didn't want to open a new pack. So you got to see it though. And I have a lot of stuff made. So we're going to take this and the trimmer, and we're just going to make the original card base. And we're going to go ahead and get this piece of gingham and make it at the same time the way we need it. So let's take these two pieces together, and let's turn the trimmer around. And I'm going to make it 5 1/4 by 4. Well, the first part, this piece, 5 1/4 by 4. Well, this one's going to be, and the other one's going to be a lot smaller. I'm just going to make this by 4 right away. All right, just so I have it cut. Actually, there was a little bit of nick on that side of the paper by 4. This one's not even 5 1/4 by 4. This paper never got. What happened is it wasn't straight, so we need to do it again. It wasn't straight when I did this part. So 5 1/4, like that, and then I'm going to do by 4. Okay. All right, now this one should be still 5 1/4. Okay, this one's 5 1/4. Now we're going to see, I don't remember, and I didn't write down measurements because it's been so long. I may have, but so much has happened. So I'm thinking that's an inch. I'm going to go with 1 1/4, even though the ribbon's going to cover it. So I'm going to go with 1 1/4 for this one. And you could go for 1 inch if that's all you have, but 1 1/4 is good because we're going to cover it up. So we're going to do that to our paper. Beautiful. And then we're going to take our red ribbon. So I teach lots of techniques on my channel. So if you missed this last technique, I did the ironing of the ribbon with my mini press. So if you want to get a mini press, I mean, who doesn't need a mini press from Santa, right? You can not just make your heat transfer vinyl projects like I taught you how to make with your scan and cut and in my courses and things. You not only can use it for heat transfer vinyl, but you can use it to iron ribbon. And just to, iron your clothes. Take it on the road and iron your clothes. Like, you're traveling, you want to bring a mini iron? Bring your little mini heat press. Anyway, anything goes, right? So this is what we want to do. This is the idea, right? So I've already ironed the ribbon. It's real red ribbon. And so now we're going to adhere everything together. And I'm hoping that I have, cardstock that's garden green. If not, we'll have to make some. We'll have to make this card. Hopefully. I run short on card club kits sometimes, and I don't have any left for myself. But we could use a coordinating color. you know, something that'll match, or else we'll just use, like if we can't find one of the colors in this card, like maybe we can use Old Olive. Then we'll just make a new one. Okay, so sometimes you really need your little edges of your ledges. So you want to, the reason this is not lining up is because I didn't do what I'm always telling you to do, is use your ledge to line things up. Even though I cut them together, they weren't lining up together because I wasn't using the ledge. Okay, that came out nice. All right, let's see. I'm going to look for the card base. All right, now I have a garden green card base there, but I might actually change it up to Old Olive. Only because, now you guys are going to use what you have, garden green. Only because of time, even though I have garden green. No, you can see I have a package of it. It's not that I ran out. It's just that if this is a coordinating color, I might just try that, use that. Only because it's already made and I could save time. But maybe I'm just going to check real quick if I have one first. Okay, these were from last week. These were real red. Oh, the real red would be nice too, but we used that already last week. All right, so when I say I have to check, I have to, I have to make sure that before I use a color, right, that I have to make sure it's one of the coordinating colors. So it's not just a matter of I think it looks good, right? The graphic artist in the Season of Green and Gold specialty paper, when they designed, they made things coordinate. So I don't want to just willy-nilly be like, oh, I'm just going to grab a random color of cardstock and use it. So garden green's a coordinating color, right? But my card that I already have made doesn't open the right way. This one is I want you to have this kind of card for this project. So I'd rather have you have like I call it a horizontal card. We'll write down the measurements of that card. So anyway, we're going to put it on like that. But before you do, we're going to put the ribbon on. So to put the ribbon on, I'm going to go ahead and put the ribbon, like the whole piece of Stampin' Seal Plus. This is like a whole line of adhesive. See that? So it does not come out. And then I'll put some on the back too. Then we're going to lay our ribbon. Just make sure. Well, I think this side, it really doesn't matter. With this kind of ribbon, which side you use. You're going to overlap it on your paper. Use the natural lines on the paper, like this gingham has lines on it, to line up your ribbon so that it looks like it's perfectly lined, right? Just like a line on the paper. And then flip it over. And go ahead and add more adhesive, like so. Now this method beats, to me, every time it beats the whole method of just cutting ribbon to the edge of your paper. So you might say, well, it's bulky. But no, this ribbon's not bulky. If you have bulky ribbon, this doesn't work. But when you have the ribbon curled over on the side, underneath, it's not going to fray and get all frazzly, right? So that's why I put it like that. Now we can go ahead and seal the deal, right? Oops, it did it like that. So it's coming undone. I'm actually warming up now that I'm moving around a lot. Okay, put this on like that. And you're going to go like that. Whoops. Okay, so what I did is, you see how I covered up that little bit? So when it come undone, not that it's going to come undone and creep out of the side of the card, but I always use way extra adhesive for good measure. Okay, come on, Old Olive. Okay, before I seal it down, I think it's crooked, so got to grab the paper up real quick because it's kind of crooked. I need the even margin. You could probably see it better from the camera than I can see it on my table at the angle I'm working at. Okay, I think that came out good. All right, now before we do the rest, I can write down the measurements. And I already have a little piece of paper. It's just scrap. It does look funky monkey, but we're going to just use this piece of paper. And get a pen. All right, we have a pen. And we're going to do, this is November. Can you believe it's almost 2025? But we're doing November 2024 card on blue. Your blue card this month was a special blue card. You used Winter Wishes. And you're gonna be, so I always have a blue card each month. I sent something extra to you guys this month. So the card is going to be 8.5 times 5.5. And you're going to score it at 4 1/4. And then I'll let you take a screenshot of this when I get to that point. But I just want to show you that you can write. I'm just going to write the colors over here. So you could do garden green or old olive. I mean, you could even use mossy meadow. I mean, use something that coordinates. I used garden green at first. Oh my gosh, what's happening to my hands? Garden green. All right. Or old olive. There we go. And now we're going to do layer 1. And we're going to, just go on like that. Layer 1 is going to be 5 1/4 times 4. Layer 2 is going to be 5 1/4 times 1 1/4. Okay, I guess layer 3 would be ribbon, but I'm not really, then we're just going to say ribbon, add ribbon. We'll just add ribbon. We don't really need that to be a layer. Then the next layer, oops. So layer 3, the actual layer 3 is going to be this little piece of, the little embossed piece. So it is garden green. All right. So this piece will write the measurements in a minute. I have to see what the measurements are. But this two are your DSP. And I'm just going to write it over here. It's called Season of Green and Gold. And I'm going to repeat those measurements as soon as I measure this last one. Green and gold. It's called Specialty DSP, but I'm not going to write the word specialty. But it has the foiling in it. All right, so we're good. We have ink. And we have one more measurement. So I like to use my little mat here to measure things. I have to measure the inches down here. So this is 1. This was 1.5. This was 4 inches wide times 1 1/2 high. This little piece. All right, so as we adhere, I will explain this. We're gonna go halfway over the ribbon here. So we're not covering up the ribbon totally. We're just gonna go halfway over like that. All right, so to repeat, your card layers are Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper. The first layer being 5 1/4 times 4 inches. That was layer 1. Layer 2 is 5 1/4 times 1 1/4 inch. Overlap your red ribbon a little bit, the real red ribbon, and then you're going to put then you're going to use the garden green two-toned cardstock. Sand it down. Two-tone. I'm going to write two-tone. Okay, sand it down like with the buffer, and then you're going to like add your little embellishment. And the embellishment's going to go halfway up. So you can see I put this one halfway over the ribbon, and not halfway up, but just a little bit up. Like a little bit up like that, so that you can see like a cool part of this little embossed piece. And then we got to add some cherry cobbler thingamajigs, cherry cobbler and pearl. And we need some dimensionals. All right, so the ink is going to be Pool Party and Garden Green ink. And we need that little pop of red by using the ribbon and the embellishments. So an easy peasy card. And then I'll show you all the cards we made this month. All right. So let's add stuff to it. We're going to flip this around. Let's see which one's better. I had 2 embellishments. Here we go. See which one I like better. I think this one is a little darker. This one is like, seems a little darker, but this one, yeah, I'm going to use this one looks like it's a little better to me. It's like centered a little better. So pop it up with dimensionals. Like so. Oops, flip that around. And kind of overlap it. I like this die because it kind of helps you. It has these little ledges that helps you sort of level things out. Nice. Pop up. Okay, put that over there. Pop a few of these on there. Okay, let's see where I put them before. Sometimes I have to look at my own card and be like, where did I put things before? All right, I like how that landed. I put one over here. I just put it on the gingham piece. And then I put one over here. And then I popped one up there for color. Say little pops of red. So that is your card. And we're going to lay it there so you can take your picture, your screenshot, and lay one here. Those are your measurements. And my team member, Janet, will be typing them up. She puts them in the comments of the video so you can watch back this video replay later and see all the measurements and how we did this. I'm going to say hello while you do that. And then I'm going to show you all the other cards we made this month. Hello, Christina Fullen. Thank you for being a channel member, my YouTube channel member. Hello, Lynn. Nice to see you again. And Dawn Klein. Hello, hello. Leslie Stuzzle. Oh, Lori. I bet you're even colder than I am. Lori Manicho from Ohio. She said freezing Ohio. Yes, Ohio is much more colder than I am in Georgia. Hello, Robbie Landon. Nice to see you. Laura Ann Steiner. The difference is I'm not used to it. My blood is thinned out. Nice to see you, Laura Ann. Okay. All my team members who are here, like Lynn and Laura Ann, make sure you check for 2 events that we're having this month on Zoom. One is our team meeting and one is our awards and recognition ceremony. Hello, T. Barnes. Hello, Deborah from New South Wales, Australia. Beverly Jones from Australia. Cool. Thank you for remembering to give a thumbs up to this video. Thank you for reminding everybody, Lynn. And Leslie as Outback Stampers, awesome to see you again. Janet is here. Thank you, Janet, for always helping me type these measurements. Yes, I do have a cold. It's my brother. It's his fault. Well, actually, his kids gave it to him, and then he gave it to me. And I think now we all kind of, like, we all passing around, like, Thanksgiving. Hello, Carol. Alanis, nice to see you. Hello, Jean. I'm taking a Theraflu. I don't do the whole, like, doctor thing and prescription drugs. No, I just, like, take over-the-counter stuff, like NyQuil, DayQuil, Theraflu. That's what I took, Theraflu. So my head doesn't hurt anymore. But, you know, I sound bad. I sound worse than I am. Let's put it that way. Hello, Susan. Nice to see you. I'm glad you got to, like, you know, watch Heidi helping me with my videos. That was awesome. Okay, Elena, she's saying she gets me 2 days in a row now. Yes, because I'm off this week. You don't usually catch me 2 days in a row, but this week is a catch-up week for me with my business. So it's like I'm glad that you guys have been watching, and I did a lot of videos this week. And now we're all caught up with the card club, so that's pretty cool. Hello, Karen. Thank you for being a channel supporter from cold Minnesota. Hey, Susan is also from Minnesota. Susan Air. So, hey, new friend from Minnesota. Look, Karen. Hello, Phil Ham. Nice to see you. All right, I'm going to move this paper now and show you some other stuff. I said I would do some show and tell. So we're just so we know what I'm showing you. I'm about to show you a bunch of things that we made with the Christmas labels and things that you made with Christmas labels, and, you know, is watching me. And then also I want to show you some things that we made during bingo with Christmas labels, because I also used this for a bingo event. So here are the other ones we made last time. These two were my card club cards. And I used, actually, these two. I had a Mossy Meadow, and I ran out of Mossy Meadow, so I said, oh, let me try it with a Garden Green. And I don't know. I like both, right? So it's kind of cool, too. Yes, Diane Dayton, you're kind of like my neighbor. You're in Savannah. Yes, it is cold in Savannah, so I know how you feel. Cheryl McGowan, cold in Illinois, too, she's saying. Hello, Bonnie Blake. Thank you for being a channel supporter. So anyway, these are like really fun because they're made with the season of green and gold. They're made with the vanilla instead of the white, and they look totally different. But I used like the shiny paper and some specialty paper. And, you know, just changing the color lets them look a little different, but you still have different cards. Okay, this one we made spontaneously. I just cut out a few sprigs, extra things from like the some graceful greenery vellum I had, and some, I just used the dies and cut out some DSP and just showed you what this Mossy Meadow piece looks like. So just so you know, this piece that I embossed here, this one, it was embossed with regular cardstock. This was embossed with a two-tone cardstock. It is called the Plaid. It's called Forever Plaid Embossing Folder. So I hope you like that. All right, now those are the two we made using, every month we have two kinds of paper. So these two we made with the Season of Green and Gold, these two kinds of cards. Then I used what's called the Take a Bow or Take a Bow paper. And we made this kind of card. And we also used the new brushed metallic cardstock, brushed silver and gold. And we used a little peppermints on these. So it was lots of fun. I do like the sentiment in the middle better. I think that's what you guys voted on too as I was making it. I originally had it at the top, but I like the sentiment down in the middle of the card, over the top of the silver. All right, and then we did Peace on Earth. So this was the November 2024 Card Club. So before I show you more cards made with this, I just want to tell you what the next card club will be, because I have it right here. And it is a stamp set called Simply Said. Let's see if I have it, the Simply Said. I have the cards at least this time. This time I have the cards, and I will give you a sneak peek of what's in your next club. So if you want to register for this Card on Blue Card Club kit with the Simply Said, then you want to do it by, you can hear stuff falling, by the 10th of the month. So by the 10th of December. All right, don't know where the exact stamp set is, but we're using like an all-around stamp set. So meaning a stamp set that's like really versatile. Like maybe I could show you in the catalog, possibly. That's where I'll show you, because I can't find actual. Oh, here it is. Oh, look, right when I went to pull out the catalog, and it was sitting with the catalog. So yay, it's an actual part of this catalog. So it's a very simple stamp set. And I'm doing this club a little different in that I'm giving you like an entire pack of ephemera, so that ephemera paper, so that every single card will be different. And you're going to get 6 die cuts for each little set of 2, or for each set of 4 cards, so that you can pick which sentiment you want to put on your cards. And all your cards are going to come out differently based on your ephemera. So that's one kind of DSP. Oh, found some more basic white. And then this is another kind of DSP, which I am obsessed with. It's called Full of Life DSP. So these products that we're doing for December are in the annual catalog. And I just thought we would change it up because we've been doing so many holiday cards lately. But these are all going to look different too, because all the paper is different. All the paper that you're going to use. So that's Simply Said. So if you want to sign up for this Simply Said, I have an annual subscription. And it is amazing just until Cyber Monday, a special. And you can get like extra perks for an annual subscription, but you can also pay by the month. So in this next month, you're all going to get a package of this paper. It's called Frames and Flowers Specialty Paper. Okay. So you'll have way more than enough than you need to make your 4 cards that are shaped in these designs. So you're going to have these frames, and they're all different. So every card will be, like I said, every card will be different. Those are the frames, and then you have another piece of DSP like this. And then you have the 2 sheets of ephemera. So you have your whole package of this, and you're going to be able to use it in different ways. Oops, it's sticking to the paper. It's stuck on me. Okay, let's put this over here. My niece really loved this paper. She was like using it for making something that she showed you on YouTube here. So I'm going to go ahead and put this ephemera inside here with a piece of paper on top so it doesn't get lost, and go like this and put it back together so that you don't have to worry about having any missing pieces. Okay, and then my card club looks like the regular way, where you always get your designer series paper, meaning, you know, your package of your 12 sheets. Usually I cut this up into 12, but this time you're getting a whole pack of this, because you always get some bonus stuff anyway. And you're getting some shimmer paper. And I just want to show you how I used the shimmer paper over here. See how I used it on that card? I don't always use everything I give you. Like, I give you way extras so you can do other stuff with it. Okay, you always get enough card bases to make 4 cards of this kind of type. So you're going to make 4 cards using this style of paper. See? So you're going to get 2 Lost Lagoon card bases and 2 soft seafoam card bases. Then you're going to get the pieces of white that go inside your cards. Like so. If you want to put the cards in, you can decorate those. And then you're going to get 4 envelopes of that style. And then you're going to get, see, another set of 4 more cards. This time Blueberry Bushel and what is it, Coastal Cabana, because it's going to go with this set, right? And you're going to be able to make cards similar to these. But again, I gave you different kinds of die cuts, so they're all going to look a little different. You're going to make these 4 cards. So you're going to get these kind of cardstock. So it's a very carefully curated kit. My niece helped me curate this kit. My mom helped me too. My mom wrapped all these ribbons for you. Summer splash and bordered ribbon. You can see how I used the ribbons and the twine. Everything I give you is for a reason. It all goes together. You can see how I used these glossy dots over here, and you can see how I used the rhinestones on, you can see glossy dots on this one and how I used the rhinestones on this card. So all of the embellishments you get are being used on your cards in your kit. And then my niece helped me make everybody like some treats as well. So you get a little bag of candy this month, and then you're going to get something special as well. You're going to get, well, this is if you're not already a demonstrator. I already know from your survey, because my card club members get to pick, you know, what you get. You get to pick what's the type of card stamps that we're using. And in that survey, I ask you if you're a demonstrator. If you're already a demonstrator, you get these from Stampin' Up, and you can already download the PDFs. But everybody who's not a demonstrator in my card club will get the celebration brochure and the mini catalog this month as well. It's going to go into a giant package, of which I had a fiasco getting at Staples. I had to return stuff, go back and get more stuff. Anyway, I got you these giant packages that I'm shipping them in, because I didn't want that paper to get bent. All right, so that's this month. All right, now let's go back to show and tell. So anyone that's a card club member already, you know, let everybody know if you like it. If you're an annual member, let them know about it, the perks of that. So now I'm going to show you other things made with this. This is what I want to show you first, right? Christmas labels. As I wrap things up now, my niece helped me just put these back in a bucket, so I'm going to kind of have to sort them out as I show it to you. I had an event called Festive Bingo. And there's another one of these. Actually, Peace on Earth. This is another one I made in Card Club this month. But you can see how you take a bow paper, and it looks a little different. But in my Festive Bingo, I gave everybody a pack of different kind of ephemera called Festive and Fun. Festive and Fun. Or Fun and Festive, I think it's called. Or no, it's called A Little Bit Festive. Anyway, anywho, here, it's in this catalog. It's this really cool ephemera paper, like the paper I just showed you with the florals. But it's ephemera with the different pieces on it. So it's really cool paper, and I'm going to get more of this before it retires, if it's going to retire. A Little Bit Festive, because it's really amazing paper with all these extra little pieces. So anyway, that's what you do with the Christmas labels. This is the paper that everybody got a package of, so you can keep on making stuff with it. Creativity made easy. We love to do stuff with ephemera in our catalogs. Stampin' Up does. So we made these in my bingo, where everybody got to do the sanding of the paper like we just showed you. And they got to make these cards. Peace on Earth. And this is all Christmas labels. And then we get to make this one here. And I know there's another. I'm just doing the show and tell. Another one with the tag. I thought I saw, here it is. So this was Merry Christmas to you. And then there was this tag. Oops, my stuff falling off. So Diane's saying she used my Peace on Earth card with the church on the front. Awesome. I'm so glad you just put the church on the front. And then look, to you. That goes in here too. See? So this is another thing you can do, is make tags with your kits. All right, so then going on, I'm moving along. I combined this kind of kit, that's Christmas labels. Let me go to using it with the other thing that's like the Wintry Treetops has, the Wintry Treetops cool for winter, but it doesn't have like Christmas sentiments on it. And the paper, I have like the dies and like I was using the scan and cut to cut out a bunch of the little birds. I did a tutorial on that, by the way. I'm pretty sure I did. At this point, it's all blur. But anyway, I did a tutorial, pretty sure, on how to cut out the birds from the Wintry Treetops, bundle. Whoops, there goes that. And in that, I was just showing you like that I used a lot of these. Whoops. Oops, this one. I used some of these for Christmas sentiments with these other cards as well. So there's the Peace on Earth again. I mean, this is like a timeless sentiment that you're going to use. And there goes my stamp set went flying. Here it goes. So also, as I'm doing show and tell, I'm just going to show you where I got the stamps from. Now you can see that a friend like you brings me happiness. See, I used then Wintry Treetops. So sometimes I used this one. Whoops. And sometimes I used this one. But you're going to notice that I use a lot of different products from different kinds of die sets. Like this is from the Nested Essentials dies, I'm pretty sure. That's from the Deckled Rectangles dies. This one, Thinking of You, the Thinking of You is from here, Thinking of You Always. But there's a bundle of really cool dies that have like this in it and this in it and this. And you can see how I used that same die again that I used over here. So it's really versatile. And then this over here is another one. Another way to do Thinking of You Always. So those were made with the Wintry Treetops bundle. And I think it would be fun to show you like this one too with the Sending Thanks and Love. Because this is a special kind of card. Like it was an easel card. It goes like that. So you could just do so much when you have all these little pieces that you cut out with the scan and cut. All right, so I'm going to lay this back down so you can see it. And a friend like you brings me happiness. How you can use twine on your cards. And there's a partial die cut, a partial piece of this. This actually comes out. Let me show you the whole die. So one of these dies that comes with this one in this bundle is this die here. But sometimes I get little pieces stuck inside it. And so I cut off the bottom of it. So Sending Thanks here and Much Love. I cut off the bottom of this one, so you would just have that part. And a friend like you brings me happiness. Okay, so those are all the cards with that bundle. I'm just going to move this over. All right, I've shown you what we're making next month. All right, my card, back to Card Club. Like, we get to vote on Card Club, and a couple months ago, was it last month? Last month we did these cards. Snowman Hugs. So much fun. So, like, this is, again, something that's going to be, I don't know if it's going to retire. Like, I can't promise if something's going to retire or not. All I know is if you like this, Snowman Hugs, and you're thinking, oh, I really want to get it, then get it for, like, get it out of our holiday catalog, and then you'll have it for next year. And you could watch all my tutorials on how to color these. It's in this one, the one that's until December. So these are ones that we colored in the Card Club using the Snowman Snowy Wonder Snowman Season paper. I don't know. I'm already forgetting what this one was made. This one was made with the Winter Meadow paper. I know that one was. So those are called, those are our little snowman cards. Okay, and then the month before, prior to that, we've been working on Christmassy cards for a couple months now. This is Merriest Trees. So all of these tutorials are on my YouTube channel. And we did a lot with the Merriest Trees. Lots of different styles. Oh, some more snowman. More snowman cards. Oh, more snowman cards. More snowman cards. More trees. And then, oh, okay, more of those. Now, as I told you, not everything is like in order because my niece was just like helping me put everything back in a box. All right, so here's some more made with the Merriest Trees. And this was made with the Thoughtful Journey Designer Series paper. Oh, look at that. There's another one of the Christmas labels. Let's put that down the bottom. All right, and then I want to show you some things made with the Season of Green and Gold Designer Series paper. And this would be from the Greetings of the Season cards. We did a workshop on this bundle last month, or it could have been the month before. I don't know how the otters got in there. You're Utterly Amazing is an online exclusive. That got in there too. This was one of our workshop series as well. These got all wet, so let me put those over there. Okay. So these were greetings of the season. And the season of green and gold. Okay, and then this one we're working on now. There's another one of the merriest trees. More season of green and gold. Another merriest trees from over there. More season of green and gold. More, or this season of green and gold paper, and that's more of the greetings of the season. I mean, I've been making things with this paper for a while now, so just, check my channel and see all the different things you can make with this beautiful paper, because I probably made about 100 different projects with the season of green and gold just this season alone. Well, I have some cleaning up to do for this, of course. And we are still working on Snowy Wonder, and we're going to keep on doing that in the month of December. But I just wanted to give you some show and tell before I start sending some of these cards off in the mail, which I mean, after Thanksgiving, you're like, oh my gosh, I need to send Christmas cards. And you're like, how did the time go by? It's not that I don't have them made, but like before I send these, I like to photograph them and that kind of thing, and organize them. And so I'm like, oh, it's like they're not even organized yet. All right, so recap what we made today is down at the very bottom of the pile. We created this Love and Joy card and finished up the monthly Card on Blue Card Club using the Christmas label stamp set. As you can see, you will get your money's worth out of the stamp set because there's like infinite number of projects you can do for both craft fairs and 3D items and just in general, right? Like you could make hot cocoa packets and give them out like to your coworkers right there. It's a hot cocoa day. I didn't even use this one. There's so much with the stamp set. So I hope you enjoyed this month's Card on Blue Card Club tutorials and that you'll think about joining. You could join by the month, or you could subscribe, or you could do an annual subscription. There's 3 ways to join my card club. The annual subscription gets you lots of perks, like an extra free $49 workshop kit. And there's even an extra special Black Friday perk in there that's only temporary. But anyway, check it out. All right, thank you, Carol, Alanis, nice to see you. And thank you, Bonnie, Blake. Yes, well, I don't feel as bad as I sound, if that helps you. I know it sounds bad. But yeah, thank you all for watching. This is the Paper Chef. Have a great evening and happy holiday season.